Hey, what's going on, guys? Thursday, February 9th, 2012. And, okay, it's just another story for you. I thought I would tell you guys. Since the Phantom Menace officially comes out in theaters in 3D tomorrow, or, tonight at midnight, or to be technical, I thought I would tell you guys, obviously one of the biggest parts, one of the biggest characters from the Phantom Menace is Darth Maul. It's definitely one of the coolest characters in Star Wars, period. It's such a great character, which, due to the storyline that has to come, unfortunately, he dies in the Phantom Menace, and he has to die. Really, it sucks that a cool character like that couldn't stick around, but just the way the progression of the story goes, it's just necessary. But nonetheless, he's got the look and the moves and all that stuff, and a big part of how cool he looks. It's not just the look, but the actor Ray Park who portrayed him. And so my, because he's like an acrobat and martial artist and all this stuff, and he really, because it's a physical role, and he really helped make that character as cool as it is. And the actor himself is actually a really cool guy. He's really nice. I've met him twice at various sci-fi shows, and this is basically the story I wanted to tell you guys. So here, and I dug out these pictures that I have. I don't know if you could. So there's a picture of just him at one of the shows, and then this was a previous show, I think a year or so before, and where I actually got to meet him, which was cool. And he was so nice. And I remember the one show that I met him at. I was there by myself, and I go wait online. I got his autograph and all that stuff, and we were talking for a little moment, and he said to me, "Oh, did you want to get a picture together?" I says, "Oh, I would love to. It'd be great." I had my camera with me, but I says, I'm by myself. I didn't have anyone to take the picture with me. So he was so cool. He goes to the girl that was standing next to me, and says, "Hey, would you mind taking a picture of us?" And she was like, "Sure," and I did the same thing for her in turn. And it was just so nice that he did that, and he was, he took it upon himself to do that. I didn't ask, and he did that, and he was really nice. And he took the picture, and I got an autograph. Let me show it. I'll show you. There's the autographed photo that I got of him, which is pretty cool. Okay. So that's pretty. And he's just one of many various Star Wars celebrities I've met over time. But this one has just a neat story attached. And like I said, given episode 1 comes out in theaters tomorrow, so I thought this would be an appropriate story to, given the timing. I figured this would be a cool story. And I'll show you these too. I did meet these 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago. You have Jake Lloyd and Ahmed Best was at this was a completely separate show. These two were together. It's different from when he was there. But you have Ahmed Best, who of course played Jar Jar. So again, that's episode 1 related. So that's cool. So he was a really cool guy. And then I remember one of the other shows, Billy D. Williams, who played Lando Calrissian, was at this show, and he was signing autographs. And he's at one table, and there's a big line for him, and the next table over was Ray Park, and it was a smaller line, but there was still plenty of people. But it was constant, over the course of the day. So I'm online, and I got to talking with the guy behind me. And that's one thing I love about going to these sci-fi shows and conventions and whatnot, is that it's fun because inevitably you're online for something or whatever the case may be, the autograph or whatever it is. And sometimes you strike up conversations with people, and you get to meet some really friendly people, some really good people sometimes. I've never really had a bad experience at any convention or what have you. So I get to talk to him, and he's there with his whole family. He's there with his wife and his son. And I think that's kind of cool that you have like a whole family sort of enjoying the same thing, kind of doing this thing. Not only, enjoying something like Star Wars and other sci-fi things, but sharing it with your family. And I think that's pretty cool. So the line for Billy D. Williams was kind of long, and we were going to be on that line for a while. But the son was more interested with meeting Ray Park. So while we were in line with that, his mom decides, while you guys are on this line, I'll take him on, since Ray Park's line was shorter. I'll take him. He can meet Ray Park, and we can get back because we'll still be in line for Billy D. Williams. He had a big line. And the kid was so excited, and he was almost shaking. He was so excited. He was like, "Oh, I can't believe I'm gonna meet Darth Maul." And he was like really excited. And I just think that's so cool, because that's a part of it. That's one of the fun things about stuff like this is that sort of kid enthusiasm, that youthful enthusiasm, and that was really fun to see. Like I got a kick out of that, because just that excitement over things like that, and some people sort of lose that over time. So so that was really neat, I think. I think it was a really an interesting thing to have that enthusiasm, that excitement of meeting someone. And there's like I said, some of us kind of lose that youthful enthusiasm. Some of us never do. Me, I still get excited over this stuff. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. And he comes back, and he was like, "Oh my God, he was so cool, and he was so nice." And it's true. And it's kind of, you got this guy who's playing this like one of the nastiest looking characters, and he's really ferocious fighter and all this stuff, evil Sith Lord and all this stuff, and the guy playing him is like the nicest guy in the world. It's so cool. So which is really neat. And then that put on top of, then you get, he's also playing Snake Eyes in G.I. Joe, which you can't get. Snake Eyes and Darth Maul, you can't get two cooler characters than that. That's really awesome, I think. And he was just on a talk show. There's a cable channel called G4, and they have this show called Attack of the Show. It's like their sort of main show, and they talk video games and sci-fi and comics and movies, and all this other gadgets and all this stuff. And they had him on the show, and they were talking about Star Wars coming out. And he was telling the story about, he's got two sons who had never seen The Phantom Menace yet. I think he said they're like 4 and 7. So they were seeing it with him. So this is the first time they've seen The Phantom Menace, like on the big screen and everything. And he was saying how they're in the theater, and the first time Darth Maul comes up on screen. His kids were sitting behind him, and it's like they both like stood up like, "There's my dad!" And I'm like that's gotta be so cool, you know. It's like, oh, what does your dad do? Oh, he's a lawyer. It's like, what's your dad? Oh, he's a teacher. It's like, oh, what about your dad? Our dad is Darth Maul. You know, I think that's cool. I think that's really cool. So yeah, that was a really good. So that's actually what made me think of this story, inspired me to tell you guys this story of me meeting Ray Park. And yeah, I didn't have a video camera back then, so I wish I had videotape of that. But who knows? Maybe one day if I get a chance to meet him again, we'll see. But I'm glad I at least have these photos. It's like proof that I met him. So yeah, that's it. That's my story. Thought you guys would get a kick out of that. It's a neat little story, I think. And yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna let you guys go. I am planning on going to see the Phantom Menace tomorrow, and we'll see. Maybe I'll do some vlogging there. I don't know. We'll see what I do at the theater or outside. I don't know. I don't know if they really want you. I don't think they really would want you filming inside the theater. That's probably not a good idea. But anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. Hope you had a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. So long.